Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is a small, short video about the lanyards that I have on my knives. It's not a tutorial or anything like that. It's more of just a discussion or talking point on the lanyards that I have on my knives and also why I wear or EDC knives that have lanyards on them. My thinking is with the lanyard, they tend to, their benefits for me outweigh the disadvantages of them, because when you have a knife sitting in your pocket, the lanyard's sitting on the outside, and I find it very easy just to grasp the lanyard, deploy the knife and open it one-handed. That's why I carry the lanyard, or I only EDC knives that have lanyards on them. I weave all my own lanyards. I learned how to do it all off YouTube. I just Googled it, searched YouTube for the various ones, and I'll go through each one, which one they are and that. And as I was saying before, the advantages I found with the lanyards is the ease of deployment. It allows you to deploy the knife one-handed, because you just grasp the lanyard, draw the knife out, and it basically puts the knife straight into your hand, indexes it right, and then you can fire it. The disadvantages of the lanyard, and some of them are, they are quite striking, the disadvantages as well. But for me, the advantage of being able to index the knife easily and pull the knife out outweighs any of the disadvantages. The disadvantages are that the lanyard can, as you're walking around, can accidentally hit on something and could deploy the knife out, pull the knife out of your pocket, which is quite bad. I'd say that's disastrous. But in all the years that I've been carrying a pocket knife, like since I was about 12, and I'm nearly 50, so 40 odd years of carrying a pocket knife every day, I've never caught the lanyard where it's deployed out of the pocket. I have caught the lanyard, and it's basically, thankfully, it's luckily held and stopped it. And it actually didn't deploy, but I could see how it could get in the rare circumstance that you have for the lanyard, could do that. The other disadvantage is the fact that it gives away the presence of the pocket knife. Normally, you'd only see a pocket clip on the lip of on your pocket. But for people in the know, if they see this sticking out as well, it automatically draws their eye straight to the pocket knife. And if I've ever worried about that, I just tuck the lanyard into the pocket, and it's never a problem. I've never had a problem with it. But I could see that as being a disadvantage. I'll go on to the lanyards now. That's enough of discussion about that anyway. So with lanyards, you're either going to love them or loathe them. I pretty well much found that out, and I love them, as you can tell. But I can understand people who loathe them as well. There are disadvantages to it, and I fully accept that. And I don't know, I've carried a pocket knife with me, as I said, for many years, and I've been putting lanyards on them for most of that. And as soon as I learned how to weave them, basically, I started putting lanyards on them, and I love them. I love the skill of being able to weave these things for myself, which I do. I weave every one of them. This one's an unusual one. I actually bought this one and then learned how to do it from that. No, actually, sorry, that was wrong. I bought another one. I'll show you it later. But this one was a copy of the one I bought. And it's what they call a mummy lanyard. If you can see that. If you look at it, it looks like a mummy. And it's got the little mummy's head in there. With the beads, I love them too. I add beads on to just about every one of them you'll see. And that's the mummy lanyard. And I basically weaved a cobra weave here. You weave it in, put the bead on, and then weave over the top of it to make up the mummy bead, the mummy lanyard. So that's the mummy one on my Megalodon E801. This is one of the newest knives I've bought, and I've basically migrated over to these snake knots. I love the snake knot. It is really good. It suits. I really like the way it looks. It turns out really well for it. And then I put the titanium bead on there as well. And I try to match the lanyard to the knife. And that's as close as I could get to this Synergy 2 with the flame on it. I only just got that colour paracord in, and yeah, it turned out quite well actually. It's a nice lanyard, that one. It's my Max Ace Corvus, and this one's got a brass bead on it again, the snake knot. I always try to make it so that the knot goes down just past there, and then the bead sits there, so it'll sit in your pocket. And the bead works to actually make the lanyard hang properly. So that's the snake knot with a brass bead, quite an intricate bead. It's a really nice bead, that one. The latest knife I've bought, the Wii 037. This one's got a different, it's the same snake knot, but it's actually got the 357 Magnum case that Tin Basher on ABF makes up. And I love these. These are really good, really good. But it suits that knife. I think that suits that knife quite well. Again, the snake knot goes down to just past the pocket clip, and then the bead sits there, and then a couple of knots afterwards. That's on my Hairier. This one's a different one. I use this is the old style one I do, which is basically a cobra knot with a Turks Head on the end, no bead. I used to use these exclusively. I've gone over to the snake knots now. These are good, but I prefer the snake knot personally. Again, same variation. It's just a cobra weave with a Turks Head on it. Then we have this one on one of my Wii Integrals. This one is a variation again. Again, it's cobra weave. Then I put this brass the brass bead, and then put on a Turks Head over the top. But it's got the line goes across, so it's integrated into it. And that one really suits that one well. That's one of the best ones I've had for it suiting the knife. Variation, one of my zero tolerances. It's a variation of the mummy lanyards. This one's actually got one of the skulls on it. You can just buy the beads off. I buy them all off eBay. They all come over from China. Same as the paracord. I basically buy the paracord from China as well. It's a lot cheaper than anywhere else. This is the one I actually bought off eBay. I bought a heap of the skulls, the little black skulls, and I put that on one of my zero tolerances there, and then again it suits the knife very well, all black on black. So that one there is just the same same one again, the Turks Head with the King Cobra, Cobra weave. That's again snake knot. A really nice bead on that one. And on another wee again. As I said, I've gone basically over to the snake knot almost exclusively now. I really like it. It works out a lot better for them. This one's a bit different to you. Shuriken. That's again another variation of the mummy, but using different cord and a black skull. As I said, I try to match the lanyard to the knife. Every one of them has got the same snake knot with different beads. One of them is zero tolerances, another one is zero tolerances. That one's got a little bit different bead on it. Suits the knife very well. This one on my bishop, wee bishop, that's actually a wee bead, proprietary bead, which I got from True Talon, and that perfectly suits the knife, I think. Adds a very good touch to them. I just like the fact that I can weave all these up myself. And they make the knife, in my opinion, they make the knife a lot better. Looks a lot nicer. It's my Horizon D. Again, I won't be changing this one over either to the snake knot, but this one's the Cobra weave with a bead and then integrated into it with the Turks Head on the end. And the last couple, that one there, it's really hard to get on these Megalodons because of the way the barrel lanyard goes on. It's really hard to get the snake knot to look proper. That one, it looks, I don't know, it's about the worst one I've got that I've done. I couldn't get it to sit right or do it properly, but it still works all right. And it does look okay. It's not as neat as the others. On a zero tolerance there. That's with that same brass bead as here. Just on my Max Ace Corvus when that's on one of my zero tolerances, 920. Again, snake knot. And a couple of more. These are the last ones I'll show you. They're on my wave, the Riat wave and the Mini Horizon. Again, I just used, this is a different variation again. These are this steel, more stainless steel as far as I know. Oh, they could be titanium. Oh, they could be titanium. But yeah, just again, snake knot with the bead integrated, a couple of knots afterwards. But anyway, that's the lanyards I put on my knives. They're all designed to suit the knife as far as I can see. Anyway, thanks for watching.